This trader turned just $600 into $20,000. Someone turned $37,000 into $230,000 in the past year, and this trader made $5,000 3 days in a row. And we are starting off with an insane gain by Big Jim Thribbs, who turned just $600 into $20K playing SPY and QQQ options. In the past month, he's up by 644% or around $17K, while most of his gains came from just these past couple of days. In his own words, he got on a lucky streak and is holding no positions as of 20 minutes ago. In contrast to most traders on WallStreetBets, he wasn't trading 0-day sell expiry options. Instead, he was doing weeklies, sometimes 2 weeks out and sometimes 1 day till expiry, which I guess isn't that much better than 0 days till expiry. And this wasn't even the first time he made a huge gain, as just 6 months ago he turned 3K into 22.5K. But I guess it's still not working, as he's still down by 1.5K all time, especially because he's been trading for 4 years. Next we have an insane gain by Sonic, who is on a heater. In this year he's up by $229,494.73, which is more than his account worth, and that's most likely because he withdrew some of the money. But still, his chart looks absolutely insane, going just straight up. He traded quite a lot of options, upwards of 1400 contracts, as today was an absolute dream for trading. His latest position was 200 SPY call options with a striking price at $442 and expiration date on August the 28th, and on this play he turned 7K into more than 26K, and the fact that he started with just $37,000 is absolutely insane. Some people even advise him to stop now that he's made so much money, but he responded by saying can't stop, won't stop. Next we have an insane gain by OneMall4203, who made 5K on Tesla puts on Friday. He swapped them for calls to make another 5K. More specifically, those calls had a striking price at $250 and expiration date on September the 15th. But just like the first trader, he's also down for the year. However, he didn't stop and made another 5K the next day, with Palantir, Coinbase, AMD and Delta Airlines options, all of them expiring on September the 15th. He bought puts on AMD since he thought it was too high, and he bought calls on Palantir, Coinbase and Delta Airlines because they were down. His options weren't 0-day sell expiry, and that's because he was initially doing daily options, but he doesn't know if his heart can take it, so he's shifting to weekly and monthly. Having that said, he kept losing a lot and ended up reading a lot of books. Most recently he read Best Loser Wins and Liar's Poker, which helped put everything in perspective. On Friday he finally closed all of his positions for 15K, although he's not out of debt yet. And honestly, high risk to reward was a big part of how he got into so much debt in the first place. He just kept thinking if he can lose this much money on options, then he can make back as much money. Live by the options, die by the options. What the options take away, the options give us back, we'll see. Next we have an insane loss by Tower of Satan, who's asking if he should put a stop loss or is AMC going back to $25. In just a day he lost $28,130 and is left with just $644.23. Based on the title of his post and the fact that he's down, I'm assuming he was holding AMC shares when the stock started violently dropping. But we can still see on the screenshot that he owns put options, which should made him money when the stock dropped. Sadly, he didn't say anything else about his loss except that he originally lost 8K on PayPal and revenge traded into AMC. Next we have a huge gain by Reddit Permaban Sucks, who is in the past week up by 125% or $14,444.19, bringing his account around 26K. And yeah, this is one of those times when buying low and selling peak works out, as he bought a lot of put options on AMC with different striking prices and all of them expiring on September the 8th. And because AMC was just continuously falling for the past month, one of his positions even went up by 1600% or around 10K, and his reason for buying options is honestly quite noble. His mom's basement flooded a few weeks ago and the foundation is slipping. Her only option was to get a second mortgage, which she can't afford, so it was time to start being aggressive. And in his opinion, AMC has been super easy to trade. CEO is selling off another 40 million shares or something like that, so the price is obviously going to dump. If puts on AMC are still an option, your indicator will be if the stock falls 5 to 10% in the pre-market or start of trading day. It really has been that simple. Next we have an insane loss by Ixion25, who is down by more than 99% or $53,624.96 and is left with just $80.69. And looking at his chart, we can see that he made an insane gain when he started trading, although he quickly lost it and then just continued losing until he was left with nothing. He's saying he turned $900 into $7,880 post Nvidia earnings back in May or June. Then he gambled half and furnished his apartment with the rest. Then he somehow kept winning and pulling out until he YOLO'd into SPY puts on this fabled past week. Now he's going to sell some PSA 10 Pokemon cards and be back in the casino. And last but not least, we have an insane gain by more advertising 383, who turned 4.4k into 27k overnight. And he did that by buying 100 QQQ put options with a striking price at $372 and expiration date on September the 7th. And he sold them the next day for a nice gain. And if you want to see how this trader made $1.5 million from just 95k in just a day, click on the video that just popped up. If you like my content, make sure to subscribe, and if you have any questions or recommendations, leave them in the comments down below, and thanks for watching.